for me, the biggest reminder in my manifesting practice is to surrender and surrender more.
Gabby Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
So here we are in the studio with Joshi. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Happy to be here.
I know. I'm happy to be back with you. I've been on the road. I was on my vacation.
Awesome.
Which was interesting. I broke my toe. I had a UTI. I had some family drama. It's like, but I also had some good moments of relaxation. And I sometimes leave those experiences being like, what the hell do I have to learn from this? Right? It's like, and I actually did some really good work on it with my therapist too. I did some really, really good therapeutic work on what the part of me that came up when I was having some family drama when I'm on my vacation. And it's a young part of me. And it's very similar to the work that we're going to be working on, that's all in self-help.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So, that's all about connecting to these younger parts of ourselves and just sort of feeling into the core reason behind why we react and behave in the ways that we do.
I mean, I know we're going to talk about this at length moving forward, but I have to tell you, just as anecdotally, like I've been applying the check-in method recently, and it is profound.
So let's completely redirect this podcast right now. Let's talk about the check-in method.
I'm happy to do that. That's awesome.
Because the check-in method is literally the most life-changing practice I have created. It is informed by IFS, Internal Family Systems Therapy, and it's a self-help method that we've mastered now because it's all in my book, Self-Help.
Yeah,
it's so good.
No, it really is. It's amazing.
And I feel like listeners are like, wait, well, the book's not out till New Year's Eve. Like, I want it. Like, what did it? But you can actually go and listen to the first chapter. We've put the first chapter up online. So if you want to go listen to the first chapter, go to deargabby.com/first chapter. You can get a sense of what we're talking about. And the biggest thing, I think, is Josh and I are producing a whole workshop for you guys. It's like a full day master class. We're going to sit down.
Surprise.
Surprise. We're going to be doing a master class, but it's a whole day with me in November where I'm going to really give the method of the book and teach the check-in process that we're talking about. We're going to just sort of be kind of cagey about it right now. But the check-in process.
It works. That's all I can say.
It works. It's your chance to change your life. It's backed by a profound therapeutic model called Internal Family Systems Therapy. And it's a self-help tool that I created with IFS. And you're actually giving me this really great opportunity. What I'm talking about the book as we go into the book tour is that I can speak about it as it's the check-in method, because that's the through line behind the entire book. If you master this one method, you will change your life.
Well, it is an incredible tool that you offer and that you're teaching. And for me, it's amazing to sort of stack up the tools that you offer. This being sort of like, okay, I'm going to start with the check-in. And I do the daily design method every day.
Yes,
I'm an addict.
So you wake up and you're like, in my Gabby coaching membership this morning?
Totally. And I'm like, oh, who do I want to be? How do I want to feel?
Do you do it in the journal,
I do.
The Gabby coaching membership?
Yeah.
So you write it out every morning?
I do, because I like to go back and see, like, oh, did I say that already? Did I really affect change, et cetera? Like, I like to see the progress.
Great. I love it. And then, so tell people what you do. You can be the teacher right now.
I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do is a meditation from the app, period. And then I will sort of lie in bed and I will go over the questions in my head. How do I want to feel today? Who do I want to be? What do I want to give? And what do I want to receive? And actually, it's funny because, not to get too deep into my nuttiness, but depending on my mood, which question I ask myself tends to be the forefront for the day. Sometimes I really end up leading with like, what is it I want to receive? And all I subconsciously do is really pay attention to what's coming at me during the day.
Excellent, babes. Yeah, I think that daily design method is, like we were saying before, stacking the methods, right? So when you master the self-help method inside the book that's coming out, then that's a check-in process. And then you could add your daily design Or you could use these practices interchangeably. So just to recap people on the daily design method, you ask yourself in the morning, who do I want to be today? What do I want to feel today? What do I want to give today? And what do I want to receive today? And that practice, my friends, is a practice that can completely redirect your day. Once we do that daily design, then we like to sometimes pick a card, right? Or start with picking the card.
Well, I have a couple questions about the card because it's become like a habit that I can't live without. So, I open, spin, I'll pick the card and then I'll just save it for myself.
Yeah.
Because I do like to look back and be like, oh, yeah. Remind myself throughout the day what it is that
you can favorite that affirmation.
Correct,
yeah, exactly.
Correct.
So what we're talking about now is that we're talking about picking affirmations from the universe. And you can do that through a card deck. I've got 3 card decks in front of us. We're going to pull some cards today. Yay. You can do that in the Gabby coaching membership application. And you can just open, when you're in the membership, you open every day to an affirmation pull. And you literally my kid comes over to me every morning. He's like, I want to swipe. And he gets to pull the card every morning. And so he swipes and then he makes me read him his affirmation.
It's amazing.
It's so gorgeous. Did you know that we're putting a whole other thing where you could do card readings inside the Gabby membership app?
No.
Yeah, that's coming in the next few months. We're going to be able to go in at brunch, give a card reading to your husband, give a card reading to your friends. How fab.
That's amazing.
I know.
The whole card aspect of the practice is really interesting to me.
Yes.
Because I wasn't really familiar with it before I sort of came into your life and you came into my life. So I guess my question is if I'm not that familiar with it, if there's someone out there who's not, where do they begin? Obviously in the app they can pull, but what is it that they are looking for and hoping to get from that, really?
Yeah, well, I think that it's an easy practice. And actually the cool thing is about this is that you could start doing it right now. You can do it for free right now. So you could open the Gabby coaching membership app and you swipe, and then you'll land on a card and the card will be revealed to you. And that card is your affirmation for the day. But the practice is really setting an intention before you swipe. So speaking to the universe and saying, thank you, universe, for revealing to me the exact message that I need to hear today. And when you give it over, the universe will literally reveal the exact perfect, most aligned affirmation for you that day, period, end of story. And this is the coolest part. I've made it totally free for everybody to use this part of the app. So if you're not a Gabby coaching member, first of all, what are you doing? Why are you not in the membership?
Totally.
But if you're not a Gabby coaching member, you can actually just try 7 days free of the Gabby coaching membership app. And then if you choose to stay on, you get all the bells and whistles of being a member, which you definitely want. And if you don't choose to stay on, you still get to keep the affirmations. You still get to pull your cards. So we're not going to take that away from you. So if you're like, I want to start a practice of speaking to the universe every morning and pulling an affirmation card, I'll go try 7 days free of the app. And if I keep it, I'm smart. And if I don't keep it, I'm still smart because I can use the affirmations. So that's at deargabby.com/app. And we'll start there because this is the tool that you can use to pull your cards. Okay. So go to deargabby.com/app, download it. And then I'm going to teach you how to pull your affirmations every single day.
That's amazing because I think that what you just said about the intention is perhaps the part that I am not doing perfectly. So that is so helpful. Knowing what you're, just letting the universe, like you said, what are you going to reveal to me today?
Yeah, because I think that when we pull, you can use this as a really simple prayer practice.
I love that.
It's a practice for taking your intention for the day or taking a problem or an obstacle or taking this thing that you've been controlling and literally offering it up to the universe and saying, thank you, universe, for your guidance, or thank you, universe, for revealing to me what I need to know, or thank you, universe, for the affirmation for me today. We say thank you because the assumption is it is already taken care of, rather than please, please, or where are you, universe? It's affirming I am being cared for. And thank you, universe, for revealing to me what I need to know. And then you swipe. And boom, there's your message. Actually, let's do it right now. I got my phone with me.
Okay.
I haven't pulled my affirmation card yet today. I'm going into my Gabby membership app. Okay, let's swipe. Let's see what we get. So first, let's set the intention. You put your hand on your heart. You take a deep breath. Thank you, universe, for revealing to me the exact message that I need to know today. And we swipe. Okay, here's my message, guys. Let's see what it is. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. The universe is like, yo, girl. Oh my God, so good. Maybe you can pull it onto that. When I think I've surrendered, surrender more. Yes, thank you, universe. The exact message that I needed today. Then I save it, I favorite it, I share it, I give it away, I hold it, whatever. It's now favorited in my app. And that's my message today. Oh, and by the way, I read it to you. Here we go. I think I've surrendered. I surrender more.
It's amazing, you know, and you say this all the time, and when there are card experts that you speak to as well, they say it's like, you can't make this up.
You cannot make it up. And the reason that one's so good for me is because I'm in my manifesting era.
Yay.
Rhea's like, oh yeah, Rhea in the corner. I'm in my manifesting era. And the secret to manifesting is to surrender. I've written 10 books on this topic, so I'm obviously the master communicator and manifesting teacher. And for me, the biggest reminder in my manifesting practice is to surrender and surrender more, because it's very easy for me to live in these practices and then easily get hooked back into what I think I need or how I need to get things done, or the old patterns, particularly with my working style or taking on everything. And lately I've just been, talk about surrender. And you guys have probably seen this too, Rhea and Josh in the room, that I've just been like, you do this, you do that, you do this. And so I'm giving more and more away.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, I'm literally giving it away to people, but I'm also telling the universe, sending a message, I'm willing to surrender it all. And I don't want to hold on to this anymore. So that card was bomb for me.
Profound.
Now, Rhea, did you pull a card yet today? Okay, we're gonna get Rhea's card. Rhea, bring your little butt over here. Oh my God, so offensive. Come sit next to me, Rhea. All right, we've got Rhea in the shot now. Hi, guys. Okay, let me read it. Oh, Rhea, I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. That's so good for you. Now, what's so funny about this for Rhea is I'm always telling Rhea to be more colorful. See, she's in black right now. Girl, get out of the black. And I'm always like, bring more color, bring more color, bring more color. You probably picked the most colorful card in the entire deck. That's so gorgeous. I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. Oh my God, babes. Oh my God, go girl. Go girl. Thanks, Rhea. All right, so we get these messages, and sometimes even the design might be exactly what we need. Like Rhea needed the color. Rhea, get out of the black. Get out of that black outfit. So yeah, I think that when we start to do a practice like this, and then somebody, I was in London last week, Josh, and someone said to me, how do I stay consistent with my spiritual practice? And I said, first and foremost, you have the Gabby coaching membership, because the whole purpose is to just literally, if you just open the membership app and pull a card, that one action is a spiritual step for you to stay consistent with your spiritual practice. So if all you do every single day is wake up in the morning, ask the universe for guidance, and swipe to pick that card, you are actually applying your spiritual practice. So start now, go to deargabby.com/app and try it for free. And you can keep your affirmation pull even if you don't join the membership. So that's step one. It's that simple. And then, if you take it further, of course, you can go in. There's 2-minute practices next. You enter the membership and it's like a 2-minute exercise, 3-minute exercise. What's today? Hold on. Let's see. Today is, let's actually see what I teach you today, and I'll riff on it. Okay, so let's go. I'm in my app, and get out of your own way. 1-minute practice. Let's play it for everybody. Oh my God, this is too funny. I'm pressing play on the microphone. Welcome back, my friend. Let's get started. Ooh, today's practice is a big one. It's all about getting out of your own way. Do you want to know the secret to getting out of your own way? Stop thinking about yourself so much and be of service to someone else. I know when I was early in my sobriety, I would often notice that whenever I felt like I was ruminating about something or obsessing over something, the best thing I could do is pick up the phone and ask a friend or a sponsee or somebody in my community how I could help them. And that's your practice today. Each time you notice yourself getting hooked into something that's obsessive or something you can't control, I want you to choose to be of service instead. It is that simple. Pick up the phone, call a friend, send a DM, send an email, text somebody, buy somebody a coffee online at the coffee shop. Do something in the service of someone else today. Keep it that simple. The simplicity is just texting a friend and saying, "How are you?" and then being a receptive human who can listen. This simple act will instantly get you out of your own way and back into the service of others, aligning you with the energy of the universe and aligning you with the presence of joy, purpose, and inspiration. It's that simple. Get out of your own way by asking somebody else how you can be of service. Try this out and expect miracles.
Oh my God. I love
Have a
you
beautiful
too.
day.
I love you too, Gabby. Oh my God, thank you.
That's incredible because
Wait, thank you, Gabby, right?
thank you, Gabby. No, that's incredible because this goes back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier about stacking the tools, right?
Yeah. But even with this, like we just did that, right? We picked
Exactly.
a card, which was for me surrender, and then this was the message was what was the lesson again? The name of the lesson was get out of your own way.
Get out of your
It
way.
merged a little bit of Ria's card too, because it was like being of service to others and that's how you surrender. And what I just think is the simplicity of this is like you're talking about habit stacking, right?
Correct.
We're talking about spiritual habit stacking.
I love that.
And
Spiritual
habit stacking. And so what are we doing here? We're picking a affirmation card from this, what everybody can get for free. Go grab it. DearGabby.com/app. Pull your affirmation card. Then you're in the app. Let's say you're a member. You want to go a little deeper, you go press play. And there's a 1-minute practice. And that's it. Like if that's all you did today, like just now, we just did our spiritual practice.
Correct.
We pulled our card. We listened to that 1-minute lesson. And so as you go out through your day, let's say you start feeling frustrated later, maybe you'll like text your friend and be like, "How are you?" Because one of the best ways to get out of your own way is to be of service to somebody else. And so I think that this simplicity is what I'm talking about. That's what I said to the woman in London. I was like, in the 12-step meetings, you walk in, you're newly sober, and you're like, how the am I going to stay sober? And you're sitting in the room. There's all these, I guess they're like memes, but there's slogans all over the walls. And one of them is keep it simple, stupid.
Huh.
Like just keep it simple. Because the simplicity of, in the 12-step models, like go to the meeting, call your sponsor, or the simplicity of like pull your affirmation and listen to a 1-minute coaching lesson from Gabby, or go deeper with a meditation, or whatever that simple next step is for you, is the practice. The practice isn't sitting for 4 hours in meditation. Sure, if you want to do that, great. But who has 4 hours, right? Unless you're like in the early morning. But do whatever you need to do and whatever you want to do. But it's not as complicated as we make it. It's as simple as spiritual habit stacking.
I love that. Spiritual habit stacking.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the name of the episode.
Spiritual habit stacking.
Spiritual habit stacking.
Because again, like we talked about, I start my morning with it, but it just occurred to me, it's like, oh, I really should, throughout the day, remind myself of what it is. And that's why I save it, and try and come back to it.
And you're going to be able to pull new cards in a month or two. You're going to be able to just pull as many cards as you want inside the membership.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I should pull a card for myself, huh?
Pull your card, bro.
I haven't even,
do it.
Okay. Hold, please.
Here we go. Here's Joshy's card. Let's do it. Let's see what we got.
This is going to be funny.
It's going to be funny.
Well, just because my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe.
Oh, babe. So good.
Right?
So good.
And that's kind of what we're talking about today.
Well, it is, because when you wake up and you do your daily design and you're aligned with that intention for the day, you're starting your day with a connection to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And then every step and action you take from that place is going to have a greater sense of alignment and purpose. you've started yourself off without a negative story, but into a positive story. You're boundaried around the way that you start your day. You're not starting with the news. You're starting with your design, your daily design.
You know, it goes back. One of the things that my dad left me with was the idea that the most important thing in the world, in your life, is to be able to wake up in the morning and be happy to put your feet on the floor.
Love him.
And I feel like, without being too like soppy, like I feel like this is what that does. It's like
100%.
I used to wake up so stressed, like other jobs where I'm like, I used to joke with Carl, I'm like, I'm just gonna jab a pen in my neck today because that's gonna be less painful than my day.
Did you really say that to
Oh,
her?
I mean, it was kind of a joke.
No,
but
I
like,
know, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
terrible.
no,
It
that's what I
makes me
would
so
say. Like,
sad.
terrible. Like, I just like, oh, this
Oh my
is gonna
God,
be less
thank God
painful.
you manifested each other.
Totally. So this is this beautiful spiritual iteration of what my father was teaching me.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And, you know, my thought is like, how to continue to go deeper and deeper. Like, what is the step then? Like you said, there's so many things, like obviously in the app, like there's also the meditation, the I am meditation, which I love, that also, you know, supports this idea. But like, in terms of like just going deeper with the cards and the intention and, you know,
I think that the going deeper, in air quotes, happens naturally when you take that small first step. So for right now, for folks who are either in the Gabby membership or they're not in the Gabby membership, take the pressure off. Do the first step, pull the card. Go to deargabby.com/app if you're not a member. Download that 7-day free trial and just start pulling a card every day. If you're in the membership, take the next step and just listen to the 1 or 2 minute practice at the homepage. Each new every single day, dive right in. So those are the 2 things that I think would be the most valuable resources for someone just starting out. Dive in, keep it simple. Don't overthink it. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.